5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody?
Yo. What's good, everybody?
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Yo, so imagine me chilling in Vegas, right?
Uh-oh.
And then I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm like, yo, a sumo got shot up in Buffalo. Like, what?
Yeah,
So I'm
son.
like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, what happened? Then of
Yeah,
course,
son.
then I seen it. The little white dude shot up the supermarket. But what killed me is that I saw the video when he apologized to the white person, to the white man on the floor.
Yeah.
He continued to shoot people of color. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, if he's not tried for hate crime, I don't know what he gonna. That's not cool.
This shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy. Um, so one of the people that got killed, one of the women that got killed is this girl I know. She's actually a sister. She's a star from Buffalo. She moved to her job made her, not made her, but asked her to relocate to Virginia. When I was in Virginia Beach a couple of weeks, I happened to see her out there. But yeah, her mom was one of the people that got shot in Buffalo.
My condolences to her. Well,
Yeah.
it was just crazy. I was like, yo, and then the media talking about the teenager. I'm like, no, he's just a straight up terrorist. Show. Stop.
I mean, they always do that when it has to deal with a Caucasian person. They always try to differentiate, their cause. Oh, they were stressed, or you know, they're mentally ill and they got all this going on. But yet, when it's a black person or Hispanic person or a person of color, oh yeah, this person was a drug dealer, or this person, blah 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 blah. Like what happened with George Floyd. As soon as that shit happened to him, there was videos of him doing a homemade porn, or and there was it was just crazy stuff.
I remember that they tried to bring up his little bit of his arrest history, which was next to nothing.
Exactly.
And then there was the other dude they tried to put on. Oh, he was selling Lucy's. Okay, he was selling cigarettes. So what? He
Yeah.
didn't mean he shouldn't have got choked out like that. You know.
Exactly.
So even like with the whole Trayvon Martin thing. I mean, you got this grown man who shot this young boy, and you're trying to bring up the negativity from the young boy when you could clearly hear the police officer saying, leave him be. like like they have it recorded, like, do not follow him. So I'm
Perfect
like,
example. The Spanish lady. She was 75 years old. She was having a fucking mental breakdown. She didn't speak English. She was having a mental breakdown. The people called 911, and instead of 911 sending someone that can help her, they sent the cops. The cops is trying to talk to her, tell her to put the knife down. She didn't understand it. She hit out the knife, and they fucking shot her. 75-year-old lady. What happened to the tasers? I thought y'all supposed to have tasers.
that's what I thought too. They walk with tasers, but they pick and choose who they want to use the tasers on.
Of course.
That's
Of
one of the
course.
reasons why I'm like, you know what? And this is, and people be like, yo, I always bring this up. I'm not gonna say I can't use the word segregation, but this is why we need to have our own media outlets. We need to have our own doctors. Have
Well,
our
we
own.
do. We do have all of that. It's just a point of, depending on where you are, depending on where you're from, either those doctors are there to really help you, or those doctors are trying to get your money. Depending on what it is. And then, like you said, we got our own cops, but depending on where you are and where you live, the powers that be control it. Like for instance, in New York NYPD, if you're not fucking um what predominantly cops are Irish. Now that's even with the FDNY. If you're not really Irish, or I can't really say Jewish, but maybe even Jewish or whatever the situation is, you gotta you can't do shit. Like in a lot of, I know some black cops that are really good black cops. Then I know some other ones that
Word, remember King? King was like one of the best, yo.
great. King, he didn't care because he was pro black. He was like he knew what his role was. He knew that when he was around, his Caucasian counterparts or his bosses, he had to act a certain way. But he never stopped that from being pro black. He respected them because they were of higher position. But he was like, nah, fuck that. You ain't, just cause you blah blah blah, then you ain't gonna be, you ain't gonna make me your nigga or whatever. So King was dope. There are a lot of cops that are out there like that, but then there's also a lot of them that are just like, yo, they just trying to get that money so they can get that fucking 20 years in, get their retirement, and be good. So if they gotta be assholes to you, they're gonna be assholes to you.
They gonna be assholes, and they also be afraid too, because they put them in neighborhoods that they afraid of. So they already got an itchy trigger finger, like I'm making sure I go home to my family. I'm like, yo, but dude, you can de-escalate the situation without pulling your weapon sometimes.
Now you can. You should be
Yeah.
able to. If you don't know how to do that, like for instance, 2 weeks ago, I was in the Bronx. Somebody stole my plates off my car. I think I brought that up last week or whatever.
Yeah, you spoke about that.
So when I went to the precinct to speak to get my police report or whatever, yo, the lady that was taking care of me, she was an officer, Spanish officer, super fucking cool. Like, so when you walk in, you had to make a left and go to her little desk. But when you went to her desk, there was a barricade, and then right next to her desk was the entrance to her desk. So I'm talking to her. She's like, "Nah, come right here." So like by where the entrance was. So I'm right by the entrance of her desk. She taking my information. We laughing, we joking, we chilling. So 10 minutes later, a group of lady cops come out. I guess they had a suspect, and they was taking him somewhere else. So I'm like I said, the lady cop that was taking care of my stuff, she didn't have an issue with me standing there. She wanted me to stand there. So as soon as the other lady cops came out with the suspect, she sees me standing there. She was like, sir, can you come here for a second? Can you stand on this side? I'm like, I just said, you know what? Okay, no problem. But I'm like, why? Like, if she didn't have a problem with it and she's taking care of my fucking paperwork, why do you have a problem with it when you're minding my business? You're going with your suspect, but because you want that, you want that power. Sit down. Sit down. You want that power. You got to say something to me. Like there was no reason for you to say anything to me because one, I'm not a suspect. Two, she was taking care of me and everything was fine. Three, the captain and the lieutenants that were in the little booth right there that stands over top of her, they saw me standing the whole time. They didn't say nothing. So why you coming this way gotta say something to me? That's the thing.
No, that's because some people use their position to show their power. How was it put? Like when you don't have any control of your life in anywhere else, some people try to use that power they have at their job. Like how
Yep.
we discussed having those supervisors that used to go hard in the paint. You'd be like, why are you going so hard? Like, fine, I understand you're my supervisor. Yes, you're gonna have to give me a directive and to let me know what's going on, but it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Like you said it like, like I'm like, dude, we're all people. At the end of the day when we clock out, we're all humans. Like it's just like I'm sorry the rest of your life ain't put together, but please don't take that out on me. I didn't do nothing.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you was treated like a sucker growing up. That now that you got a badge and a gun, you want to fucking throw that shit around. That's it. But back to the guy. Like this is he traveled from wherever he was. I don't know how many miles. I wasn't paying attention, but he traveled from wherever he was to an urban neighborhood. Like that's the shit. Like all this was premeditated, and the crazy part is the rest of the world is trying to make it seem as if it's not, or if it wasn't premeditated when this shit was premeditated. Like he dressed in fucking fatigues.
Like this goes back and you know what? He got the green light because what you call it? What's that? This dude Kyle Rittenhouse did the same thing. He crossed state lines, went to a whole rally that he was no part of with a loaded weapon, and let shots fire. What happened? Oh, I'm taking pictures with the Proud Boys. I'm taking pictures with Donald Trump. I'm taking pictures with this person. Like he's a celebrity for what he did, but in reality, you actually made a conscious decision to go and shoot somebody up. So where is this? You know, this is like this is a hate crime. This is not even just you shooting random people. You know, a serial killer. No, this is a hate crime because they got you on video apologizing to the white man.
Yeah, you got your gun walking around. You see a white guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And
I'm sorry.
keep
So,
going.
it means you purposely said I'm going to shoot people of color. Like I'm just, and as much as I want to say, it's like, yo, America, you're not that blind. You're just letting us know that racism is like you're racism.
But then, did you hear about the part where the fucking one of the workers, she was on the floor. She called 911. They they have it. They played it on the radio the other day. So one of the workers, she calls the 911. The operator said, "Of course, 911. How can I help you?" She's whispering. She was like, "Can you get the police over here? He has a gun. He has a gun." The operator was like, "I can't hear you, ma'am. Speak louder." She's like, "I can't speak louder because he's right next to he's like right over here, and he's killing everybody. He's shooting, like he what?" Operator's like, "What, ma'am? What, ma'am? You know what? Speak louder. I can't understand what you're saying." She's like, "I can't speak loud." The operator hangs up on her, so she has to call. She winds up calling her boyfriend, and she tells her boyfriend to call 911 so 911 can come. So now that's another thing. They're talking about the operator. They're gonna try to fucking, I guess, either fire or reprimand the operator because how you gonna hang up on an individual? Like if somebody's whispering again, if you're being trained as a 911 operator to do certain things. If you hear people hang up the phone, you hear people scream, you hear people whispering, that should alert you that something is going on. But no, you hung up on somebody whispering, telling you, "I can't talk loud." Like, what the fuck is wrong with people nowadays?
I don't know. That's terrible, and that's your job, though. Like, I mean, like as a 911 operator, that's your job to listen to people call. Like, you're trying to get all the information. Now, what you do is you dispatch the police, let them go out there and see if the situation is what it is.
Exactly.
But your job is if somebody sit there and saying something's going down, you relay that. Look, something's going down. Y'all need to check this out. Just that
Because
simple.
911 operators, they have the GPS to whatever call it is. So
And
they
that's
know
the
where it's
thing.
at.
With
So
today's technology,
it's not like she couldn't have said, even if it was a joke, call the person back just to see what's going on. If the person don't answer, then you know there's a fucking issue. You automatically send 911 to the area where you had with that call.
yeah, that's crazy. That's that's wild. That 911 operator just ain't feel like doing shit. She wasn't even trying.
No, no, she probably didn't care. She probably thought it was a prank call. She probably didn't care. I mean, that's I don't know. Like, it's they say history repeats itself, and the way things are starting to come back around, it's like
Jim Crow.
it's crazy. They Roe versus Wade. They trying to stop the whole abortion thing.
Again,
You
like
know,
how y'all still pulling that out your hats? Like let that go. Like
and
let a woman choose to do with her body what she chooses to do with her body. Like why are we discussing this again?
and then
Like
the
really.
whole Brown versus Board of Education. They're trying to vote on that again. This world is crazy. Like it just does not make sense. Like the whole shit with Ukraine, how all the African immigrants that were in Ukraine were trying to get back to their country or get to Poland, and they wasn't letting them get on the buses. I mean the trains. They was kicking them off while Russia's invading. Like that just shows you that they don't give a damn about us. They
They
don't care about
don't.
us.
They don't. And the
They
famous
want
words
to be us so bad with our culture, our music,
dude.
everything
I
else.
was
But when
thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo, every
it
time
comes
I
to
turn
being us,
around, you see them doing a TikTok dance with hip hop culture, and I'm like, y'all love our dance moves, y'all love our food. Even like in the fall when they have the African American Day parade up in Harlem,
Yeah, yeah,
you see more of them up there than us wearing the
yeah,
dashikis and all that. And I'm like,
yeah. They love us so much until shit happens, and then it's
and
like,
they, yeah,
uh,
everybody want to be us, but nobody want to beat us.
yeah. I agree.
And that's just terrible. That's I'm like, yo, stop teaching them the ways. And I'm like, and this is where I feel like not trying to say I'm against anybody who's out there interracially dating,
Yeah,
but just understand you're hurting the culture when you interracially date because when you like prime example, let's take may he rest in peace, Kobe Bryant and his wife. Now, his wife is not black, but that
she was mixed
wealth
though.
that, huh?
She was mixed.
She was mixed, but she was. That's what I'm saying. When you start diluting stuff, it just get more diluted. So the wealth that he acquired while he was alive is now transferred to her. Now, who's to sit there and say her children won't grow up? Unfortunately, the remaining children won't grow up, and they might not choose somebody who's not of black origin. So now it's like now there's more dilution going on. So I'm for us to save our culture, we have to be within our culture.
I hear you. They was just talking about that too on IG. LeBron James' son just went to his prom, and his prom date was, a Caucasian girl. So Dr. Umar Johnson was like, "Oh, LeBron is so pro-black. Why he let his son, you know, go to his prom with a white woman? I mean, with a white girl. I mean, you can't really tell your kids what to do at that age."
I mean,
But
that's who he wanted to go to the prom with.
that's
Like when LeBron made his choice to marry his high school sweetheart, she was black. Okay, but now the son is going to prom. He wants to go with this white girl. Okay, I mean, LeBron could be like, try to say, hey, don't you want a sister? But if you don't want a sister, you don't want a sister.
you can't. Well, nowadays you can't really force that on.
Yeah, you can't force that on them.
Because whatever you force on them, they're gonna want the kids are gonna wind up doing the opposite anyway.
You know, and then that's when I'm like, yo, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like even when I look at Donald Glover, like he made that whole song "This Is America," right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah, they were saying that.
he dropped some jewels. I get it, but dude, then you own to a white woman. So I'm like, how you talking about this certain amount of people treating our people bad, and it's like I'm just gonna lay down with them anyway, like and create life with them. Like I just don't. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to say it's wrong. I'm not trying to say people shouldn't do it. You love who you love, but I'm just saying it's confusing to me.
The world is confusing. There's more interracial couples now than there's ever been. You know. And I understand why, because people want to make it like one whole, not one whole race, but people want to bring cultures together so that people can, like, younger children or whatever can understand that, we're all one people. But we're never going to be one people.
There's
We're
gonna
never
be
going to
one
be.
people.
No, I mean, the whole human race, instead of it being, African American, Latino, Asian, people want it to be the human race, one human race, but it will never be one human race when you got other people killing other races the way they are, you
Yeah,
know.
like remember they used to pride the fact that we was the minority, but now we are the majority.
Oh, and that's one of the reasons why they doing what they doing, because they know they're
Oh
the majority.
yeah, they trying to thin the herd. Because my thing is, you, Mr. White Man, might not like me, but your granddaughter might. And
Maybe
now
she
you're gonna
won't.
be now you're gonna be mad because when we have a baby, your grandson is gonna be black or your granddaughter's gonna be black. Because hate to break it to you, I don't care if it's 98% or 2%. That baby black.
Mhm. If your daddy black, he black.
I mean that's all it is. When they check the death is the African American. Yep. So now your grandbaby run around African American after the race you don't like.
Uh, this world is just crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, this world is crazy because what happened? Kiki sent me a video the other day. Like I said, this is I'm not judging. I'm just saying something because it was noticeable. It was a transgender dude, right? I hope I'm explaining this right. I don't want to offend nobody. He was a woman who transgendered into a man, but he had children. Like he gave birth to his two children. Now he's sitting
before
there making.
after before or after he
That's a
had to
good
change.
question. I have to go back and read the video about it.
Had
But
to
the way
be
he was,
had to be before he had to change.
but I know he
But
was talking about the whole abortion law. Like, how does that affect him? If you saying women can't have abortions, but now that I'm a transgender man, do that fit my criteria? And I'm like, wow, that flabbergasted me because I'm like, if you are now living as a man and you decide to say, hey, I want to have another baby, do that pertain to you? Because the law is really saying women can't. It ain't saying about a transgender man.
hey, when it
Hey,
gets to like the whole transgender stuff, I like to try to not get into.
no,
You
it's
know,
not. Only the reason why I think about it is because we both have young children coming up in the world now,
hmm
and this is the world they're coming up in, and I need to know how to explain this to my kid. Like
I don't think there's a real way to explain it.
because like if you ever come home like your daddy, I saw this man that was a woman, but I'm confused, and then I have to explain to him like some people identify as other things, and that's what as the other gender, and this is how they decide to live their life, and I'm like, well, it's just like
How early or how late do you think it is to have that conversation with your child?
me, if they bring it up, it's time to have the conversation. Like I'm not gonna force it on them too early because they might not. They might just living their life like la 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 whatever. But if they sit there and say, "Hey, Dad, I saw a man that acts like a lady," and I'm like, "Well, let's have a conversation."
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I don't think depending on the age, I don't think that they're ready for that conversation because they're not going to understand what it is. Now, when you become like a teenager, maybe 11, 10, like 11, 12, then I could probably start to, explain it to you a little bit. But anything younger than that, I don't think they're going to understand anything like that. So I'll make some shit up until then because it's going to be too hard and too confusing for them to understand it. I mean, kids are smart, but that's something I don't think that kids at a certain age should be should it I don't think that should be something talked about yet at a certain age. That's just my opinion.
And you probably right too. Like that's something heavy to
Like with the whole
discuss.
sex thing, like I be certain kids. I don't think like teenagers. I know we all go through puberty. We all have feelings, and we get that stuff. But I don't think certain thing like I told my daughter, my oldest when she was like, I don't know. I mean, she had boyfriends, but she never really thought about sex. So I never really had to have the conversation with her. But I used to think in my head if I ever had to, I would tell her like, or I would tell kids at a certain age, don't have sex too early because that's opening up a door and that you can never close. That's going in a path where once you go that way, it's no turning back. So enjoy your life or enjoy your youth, I could say maybe, as much as you can before you decide to open that door. Now, what age are you ready to? I can't really say because people mature differently and people are different. But if you can hold out, do not open up that sexual door until you really feel or know that you're ready because once you do it, it's hard to get that innocence back, I guess. If
I,
that's
I understand what you're saying. Like after you cross over into being sexually active, you do see the world differently. Like you just like, it's not just okay. I have fun. This is my girl. Kiss and hug. After you start having sex, it's like yo. Now you got to start thinking about: are you using proper protection? Are you not using protection? Now you got to worry about. Now you got to be learning about the world of STDs because now with sex, all this comes with it. Like I would look at it like I would. The only way I could best explain it to him, I'd be like, listen, do you think you can take care of a baby? Because this might happen if you have sex. You know, like I mean, I can't because fortunately, these kids today they're not wearing They're not using protection to protect from STIs or STDs. They weren't just worried about pregnancy. Like they don't care. They'll keep the herpes. They just don't want the baby.
Yo, that was just some crazy shit just now. They will
No,
keep
they,
the herpes, but not the
dude.
baby.
I saw a commercial the other day, and they classify AIDS and HIV as an STI now, not a disease, just an infection. And I'm like, yo, I mean, granted, y'all got the medicine now where it's so controlled, but I'm like, I'm looking at the commercial, and they tell me, oh, we can bring your levels down to where it's undetectable. Yeah, but you still got it, like
Yeah,
forever.
that's
Like,
why that shit is scary. The dating scene, you date somebody and you don't know if they have it. I mean, but like again, it's like you said, it's undetectable. They can have as long as they're medicated and they're taking their medication properly, they can have sex with anybody unprotected, and that other person won't get it.
so I was just like, I mean, but then I stopped and said, y'all did this for HIV and AIDS. Where's this for cancer? Y'all saying y'all figured that out? I still, where's this for the common cold?
Because you make more money. They were losing too many people at a rapid rate for HIV and AIDS as opposed to with cancer and stuff. So, and then again, cancer is a moneymaker because cancer is so, I guess, so, uh, I don't know, since there's a lot of people with cancer, I guess, and the money that they get from the treatments and all that stuff, why would they give you a cure? That's that they're gonna lose fucking money. I mean, there's a cure for it. We probably don't have it. It's probably in one of those third world countries. It might be even Africa. We don't know. It probably is.
Nah, then Dr. Sebi had a he dropped something about like I don't think it was curing it, but it's actually making it like
Yeah, Dr. Sebi was writing pretty much about what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat, how we should exercise, because certain foods that we are consuming causes cancer. And that's, they say people kill Dr. Sebi. I mean, we don't know. We really, I mean, whoever knows, but he was giving jewels on what it was, and how to prevent getting cancer, or how to maintain it, or not to maintain it, whatever it is. You know, I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying, and I think that's part of what they want us to believe. Like Dr. Sebi he was telling his people like, look, this is how you got to eat healthy. This is what you need to do to have longer and stronger lives without Western medicine. Without this artificial medicine or artificial. He said you can get all that stuff naturally. But then it's like these are jewels that I think I don't want to be disrespectful. The, the non-colored folk know, and it's like, well, we don't want y'all living longer and stronger, so we're just gonna give you all the stuff to kill you, or seriously get you sick, and then we're gonna have you pay, or you have your health insurance pay for the coverage, or pay for the. So I was like, that's crazy.
I mean, but we could the people could stop eating and drinking and doing the shit they want to do. They just choose not to because they just choose not to.
Because my thing is, to them, part of it is like, even though we all have a mind of our own, so many people just follow the wrong people. Like, you get so caught up, well, not us, but some people get so caught up following all these celebrities who's popping bottles and making, and just living, living with reckless. And it's like, oh, I want to live that lifestyle. So we out here, they out here eating reckless, drinking, and it's like your body gonna feel it, man. Your body's gonna feel it. Like even when somebody of our, not all of our culture, but when we drop restaurants, it's always like that soul food that's deep in the grease and the carbs. You know, like even that's why I was happy when what was that restaurant? I think it's a juice place that came out in Brooklyn.
Angela Yee's just spot.
Yeah, yeah, Juices for Life or something like that.
Yeah, just for life. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was cool because it's like, listen, y'all can have healthy stuff and it tastes good. Y'all ain't got to go get the fried chicken all the time. You know? And
I
it's just,
mean, most people want that though, because nobody wants to fucking juice. I mean, I like juicing because I like it. I didn't like it at first, but then when I was juicing and I started tasting it, and I saw how I felt I'm not gonna say I saw how. I mean, yeah, too. I saw how I looked, and I enjoyed the way I felt. I was like, oh, this shit is pretty cool. But one thing about juicing also is it's expensive. You know, and that's the thing. Certain people, if you're on a budget and you can't afford to get fruits and vegetables, because you know fruits and vegetables is something that we need in our lives. Those are most expensive things.
It
Like
damn sure is.
you know, you trying to get some fucking organic lettuce or something or organic thing. It's like $5 for a tub, but yet I can go to McDonald's and get a whole meal for $5. You know, but that's how some people think. Like
No,
people
that's
think,
different. Like the stuff that the supermarket sell 10 for 10 is not the most healthiest stuff, but I can get more abundance from that 10 for 10 than spending $10 on fruits and vegetables.
exactly,
I feel
exactly,
just like how if I go to a store and buy a salad, they're gonna charge me like $7, $8. When I go to Wendy's and get a 4 for 4,
exactly.
and that's scary. But they always talk about obesity is at an all time high. Yeah, because all the food that's affordable, especially for middle to lower class, all the food that's affordable is
It's
is
expensive.
not, yeah,
Well, not well.
it's not healthy and it's not the healthiest. Like I seen today, not trying to knock nobody because you know this is not what we're here for. But today, this morning, I made my lunch at home. Like I made me a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but I wanted some milk to go with it, so I stopped by the store before I hopped on the train and got my little milk. And I saw the young dude order his chopped cheese, and he paid with an EBT card. Now I thought we was supposed to get hot food with EBT, but you know each store do their own little thing. And I'm just saying that like, yo, you bought an EBT card and a soda. I mean, you bought the chopped cheese and a soda. But I'm like, yo, you could have used that food stamps to actually buy some groceries and make you a sandwich every morning.
That's true.
And that's another thing. Like, I understand there's certain things that cost more money, but then there's certain things that we gotta cut out too. Like we can, there's other things that we can do. Like I said, like, okay, I used to joke how I used to blame, you know, Taz all the time about me getting big because when I wanted to go get me a sandwich from the bodega, he was like, "Yo, give me the money and I'll pay with the food stamps." I'm like, "No, I'm going to the Chinese restaurant there and take food stamps." Because my thing is, dude, if you need money, go get a job. Why are you selling off your food stamps? Fill up your house with all that food. You know.
I hear you. I hear you.
That's why, and that's why I got fat the way I was, because I was like, "Nah, I'm not feeding into that. I'm gonna go to the Chinese restaurant." Which wasn't healthy, which was worse, but still.
This nigga
But
here.
it's just like, yo, I be seeing them like buying food from like a sandwich here, a beef patty. I'm like, why don't you just buy some groceries and cook? And I understand some people live that kind of life where they don't have time like that. But some people you be looking at like, come on, son, you don't do
I
nothing all
mean,
day. You can cook.
that's
You can
true.
cook. You can take
Now
them.
I cook every night since I've been working at this job, son. I
You
get
can
home, I'll
cook,
be able to cook. I can
dude.
fucking take lunch to work. I ain't gotta spend no money on no lunch. That's the
I
greatest shit ever.
I got back Monday night. First thing I did Tuesday was go to the supermarket and get some stuff so I can make my lunch for the rest of the week and make dinner in the house for the rest of the week. Like I got time to cook and I'm going to cook, you know. Now there's some people out there who don't have that time. I get it. But then I'm also looking at like I mean, but your kid, you know, if they're single adults, you got time to cook. If you're single childless, you just choosing not to cook. You know, but a lot of them be having time to cook. They just don't.
They probably don't know how to.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with waking up a little extra or maybe a half an hour earlier to sit there and say, I'm gonna make me some breakfast instead of saying I'm gonna buy something in the street. Like, that don't make no sense.
I
And then the
mean,
stuff that you make at home probably tastes better because it's not drowned in salt.
I
You
don't
know?
use salt. Sorry.
I don't use salt either.
I don't use no salt in my
Yeah, I,
food.
don't, yeah, I had this banging ass BLT in Vegas, B. Shit was sexy, bro.
How was Vegas, bro? How was it?
It was cool. It was alright. It was live. It was 101 degrees, but it was cool. It wasn't bad, you know.
103 degrees.
Yeah. Like I think that's the least I ever ate on vacation because it was just too hot to eat. I wasn't even hungry. Like, after breakfast, it was like, do I really want to eat? Because it's fucking hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
Like, do I really want to eat? Because
It's
I was
hot.
like, yeah, it was hot. It's dark and hell it's hot. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's the name of the game. Like, health is really wealth. And once you start reading up on it, you gotta take advantage of it, man. But look, see, look, we always go off topic, yo. We was talking about the whole supermarket instantly because we started about food in the supermarket. See, look, some
Nah,
bull-
you started talking about food in the supermarket, nigga, not me.
I mean, I like food. What can I say, yo? Food is a shit, especially since got into more cooking my own stuff. It's like, what's up? You
You got an
know,
air fryer?
I had one, I got rid of it
Why?
because I ain't used it like in over a year.
So you just got rid of it, nigga? That means
Yeah,
that was the reason you would
I
start
just,
using
I
it.
just put, I just put everything in the oven. I'm fine.
The air fryer is healthier in the oven
How? I do the
because
same
it's less
shit.
frying.
I'm
You
not
frying it.
frying nothing. I'm just putting it up in a bake. And I got the drip. I got the drip tray pan where I put it on top and everything. Yeah, I don't cook up in the juices. I got the drip tray pan. It does the same shit.
No, it don't. Air fryer is better, motherfucker.
Stop trying to defend the air fryers, huh?
You can put that. You can put any and everything in the air fryer. You can't put any and everything in the oven.
Why not?
You can make eggs in the oven.
Why would I want to make eggs in the air fryer?
Aha.
Why would I?
Because you can.
See, this is why when we sit there and we complain that we can't find a woman that know how to cook is because she put everything in the air fryer.
No, I don't put everything in the air fryer, but I try everything in the air fryer to see how it
I'm
tastes.
not. I'm good. I don't want to be too dependent on the air fryer. I want to be able to get in the kitchen and cook. I like cooking. I like cutting up the onions and peppers and sauteing stuff and putting stuff in the oven and
I
I
got a
like.
chopper, bro. I don't have to cut anything up. I put this shit in the
I got
chopper.
the chopper
I'm not
too.
cutting. I'm not
I
doing
got
my cutting.
I got the one off of Amazon where you put it in there and you pull a string and it chops it up for you. And I'm like,
Nah.
oh, and then I
I
used
didn't.
to put.
And then she bought me a ninja chopper. I throw everything in, press the button.
Oh,
Everything
I just
chopped.
got a Ninja. I did that with my Ninja blender. I put it in there and I just pulse it a little bit and then I put it in separate plastic bags in the freezer. And sometimes I don't want it chopped. Sometimes I want it sliced. So I gotta break out the cutting board and get the big knife and like when I make my Alfredos, I want the thin strips of onions and peppers. I get the red and green ones. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sexy.
Alfredo. What type of Alfredo?
I don't know fucking Alfredo. It's in the jar. I haven't learned how to make it from scratch yet. So
Aha. See, you gotta learn how to make that shit from scratch because some heavy
yeah,
grease.
look, I just learned how to make rasta pasta from scratch. Leave me alone.
Rasta pasta. I'm gonna tell you about some Rasta pasta, son. Hey, I went to somewhere with my coworker. Well, me and my lady and two of my coworkers from my old job. It's supposed to be a whole bunch of us, but everybody copped out because I don't know, whatever. But we went to this place in Bridgeport. Yo, they had some Rasta, bro. They got the fucking best Rasta pasta I ever tasted. Some oxtail Rasta pasta, bro. Man, that shit is $30, but nigga, that
Yeah,
shit.
I figured because the oxtails ain't cheap, yo.
Yo, it's not even if you don't put oxtails in. If you put the chicken in it or shrimp, I don't eat shrimp, but or even if you just have regular, yo, they arouse the pasta, son. That shit, man, it's the best. And I had some saved over, and I waited until yesterday, no Tuesday. Yeah, I waited until Tuesday to have the rest of that shit, bro. I was so mad it was over because that's how good it was.
He said, "I'm so mad it was over."
Yo, for real, when I go to that restaurant, bro, I hate eating all the food because it'd be so good. I just want to save that shit for every day, but I'd be so hungry. Not
So
hungry,
make
but
it.
I know how to make it. But the way they make it is great. I mean, I can make it, but I like how they make it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I
When my
really have.
coworker ordered this fucking snapper, son, that shit was like this big, and the way it tasted, because I tasted some of her snapper, bro, that shit tasted like heaven. It was seasoned to perfection. The vegetables that was in it was seasoned to perfection. That place, man, I got twisted too. I got so drunk that I threw up the night, that night. We
Wow.
all four of us threw up. I threw up. because me and my lady stayed in my house, and then my two coworkers they told me the next day. One of them fell down the stairs at her house, and the other one they was driving. He had to pull over to throw up because we was twisted. When we got there, we had mad drinks, and then after we ate, we went to the bar and we stayed at the bar for the rest of the night. And we was just fucking taking shots and drinking or whatever. The bartender was taking shots with us. There, we got. I don't know how we got it home because I only live 20 minutes from that restaurant. I don't know how we made it home, but I know went to sleep, woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I had to go rush to the bathroom. Then I went to lay on the couch. And then like a half hour later, 45 minutes, my lady goes to the bathroom. It was an epic fucking night, son. It was official. I don't ever want to get that drunk again.
Wow.
I didn't get
Yeah.
that drunk since I was like in my 30s, my early 30s, son.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't rock out with a night like that.
it was epic. I was tired. Like the next morning, that's Sunday. Because like, luckily I didn't have to go to work Monday either. But Sunday we slept all day in the bed until like 5 o'clock. Then we got up to go get something to eat. Went to went to Walmart and then we went to the Bronx. But yeah, that was an epic night. Very epic. Very very good.
That's what life is about, man. You got to create those epic moments, man.
Yeah, because it ain't often that I do no shit like that. But
And that's what I said. Like after this, I got to shut down and refocus and get back on track. And then I'll emerge again in about a year because I was looking at prices for some cruises to go away for my birthday next year.
oh, talking about that, I checked the mail today. My passport came back because I had to renew my passport. I sent that shit out. I sent it out last month, like April 20 something. You know they say it's gonna take 8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, they always say that, but then whenever I got mine, I was like, "Damn, that was fast." I just
I checked my shit just now. I was like, oh, my shit came back. I said I'm out. I go on vacation in 2 weeks, so I'm a plan something just for like maybe a long weekend.
do
I
that
was like,
shit. Go
yes,
for it.
hell
Cause I
yeah.
was looking at whatchamacallit just the other when I was looking at cruises today. They was like, "Yo, they had a cruise for like 200 and some change per person for September
Yeah.
5th for Carnival for September 5th to like for like a 5 day cruise."
Ooh, I got a vacation in September too, but it's not until like September. Wait, when's my vacation in September? I gotta look at this shit now, because now you got me hyped. When the fuck is my vacation? I think it's like September 19th or something. I usually take it like the third week in September. I usually take a vacation then too. Let me see. You said for Carnival, and I got Carnival fucking points and all that too. I'll go somewhere. You see Cheryl asses in Turks and fucking Caicos. I'm hating on her.
Yeah, yo, it's like one. It's like I think she booked I think she booked the next cruise once before she get off the last one, yo.
Yeah, she always do. She be lit. She was supposed to. I was supposed to go on a cruise with her one time, but I couldn't because the job that I was just at. But she was like, "Yeah, you want to go to DR on a cruise?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" She told me the dates. I was like, "Fuck, I just got hired. I can't go." Let me see. When the fuck do I? You going to go in September? You already started putting the money towards it?
I'm not going because I just came back from I just came back for what you call it.
Ah, be right back.
All right, cool. What's up, people? I see like five of y'all watching the show. Nobody got nothing to say. Like, how do y'all feel about this whole fiasco in Buffalo, New York? It's just crazy, man. I know that's a big jump for me talking about going on cruises and stuff. That's wild crazy. Let me see. Bahamas from Port Canaveral, Orlando, Florida. Carnival Liberty. Let's see what dates they are. Oh, September 16th. When you come back, I'll let them know. But yeah. But you know what? Even though these cruise prices are mad cheap, don't forget you still gotta fly down there. Well, we're from the East Coast, so we still gotta fly down there. And flights ain't gonna be cheap. That's what's bothering me. It's getting
What
these damn
happened?
flights. Oh, and I was talking to the people because I found a cruise. There's a 3 day Bahamas from Port Canaveral, Orlando, Florida. And for, basically, what kind of room would you want? Inside, ocean view, balcony?
It don't matter to me. I just
Yeah,
want to. I go on a cruise just because I just want to chill. I mean, I don't give a shit the room.
yeah,
Our
because
last cruise, we went in the room. It was the inside. No, I had a window, but
yeah,
it wasn't.
window. Okay. Well, basically, inside cabin is 149 per person, but it leaves September 16th.
Ooh, wait, what day is September 16th? Hold that thought. Hold that fucking thought. September
It's a
16th.
3-day cruise. The only thing is you still got, you get your flight to fly down there. But it's leaving for Port Canaveral, Orlando, Florida, so you can take a
That's a
flight.
Friday.
Yeah, it's on Friday, price Monday.
Yeah, I gotta work Friday and Saturday, so I wouldn't be able to do
Oh,
it.
that sucks.
But I'm off. Once that Saturday, I'm off until the fucking 20
Damn.
until the 24th.
Damn.
Yeah,
Let me
that
see.
that'd been dope. What were you looking online or?
Yeah, I'm on the Carnival website.
Cause I could do that. Shit.
Yeah, because you know how the trick with these cruises, if you either they're gonna be dirt cheap if you book them early,
Yeah,
or they're gonna be dirt cheap if you book them at the last minute because they're trying to fill up the ship.
that's true too.
Yeah, because when they realize, oh, we missing, we're not a full ship, they were like, listen, it costs a lot to put this ship out here. Let's get as much money as we can. So that's how I was like, that's what I was looking at them, and I was like, damn, because I saw a dope one in September. Because I was like, shit, that means I would have to get airfare to go fly down there. It was leaving September 5th, but I was like, can't do it because I'll be at my mom's house for the last 2 weeks of August. I'll be just coming back to New York.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I have juice with me. If I ain't have juice with me, then I try to squeeze out a 3-week vacation from my mom's house to go straight on the cruise.
Yeah, so you get back just in time for school.
Yeah,
So sit down, sit down. Stay there.
but that's about it though. Because I
That's
don't
what
want
it
to get.
is.
You know,
So yeah, you in the room? What's up? Call in. I want to say hi.
oh, maybe she's not in the room.
He's in the room. He's just trying to be all sophisticated right now.
Did you say she's sophisticated?
Sophisticated. Yeah.
All I
So
know
I'm
is,
gonna be talking about this body cleanse again.
all right, tell me what it look like.
So you ever heard of the herbs on a commercial?
No.
So it be on the radio a lot. I bought this last year, and I was gonna take it last year, but I wound up doing a different cleanse. So I was just looking at my pills. They expire in September, so I got 2 months. No, they expire in July. So I got 2 fucking months to do this cleanse, and I think it's a 20-day cleanse, which is perfect because if I do it within the next week or so, by the time July comes, they won't be expired. But pretty much, it's a full body herb cleanse. Matter of fact, let me. I don't need to get the pills, but it's different pills. So hold on. Uh, yeah, so it's a 20-day herbal cleanse, and I'm gonna just read you the synopsis of it, pretty much, guys. Um, all right, D Herbs Full Body Cleanse is a safe and effective 20-day herbal cleanse that helps you work towards ensuring that your entire body is functioning at optimal level. Your immune system, circulatory system, digestive system, respiratory system, organs, vessels, and more. When your body is operating at peak efficiency, it can help you to stave off infections and other health issues, assist in achieving an increased metabolism, help you experience better digestion, and contribute to your feeling more energetic. So pretty much is, like I said, it's a 20-day cleanse. There's six um there's six formulas that are designated to certain parts of your body. So throughout the 20 days, you have to take a maximum. I think like maybe 3 or 4, like maybe I think like maybe let's see, 20 days, six divided by 20 is roughly like 3. three and some change. So each day you're taking 3 pills of whatever. So for instance, like I have right here, the six formulas. One is for blood and and lymphatic. So your blood and your lymph nodes. So the pills that you're taking for the next 3 or 4 days are just for your blood and your lymph nodes. So you're taking like 3 pills in the morning, 3 pills in the afternoon, 3 pills in the evening, all while you're doing a certain type of diet. So while you're doing that diet and you're taking these pills are helping to clean out and flush those parts of your body, getting you ready for the next cleanse. The next one is cardiovascular. So those pills are gonna help you with your, your veins, your cardiovascular, your heart, stuff like that. Then you got one for your liver, spleen, and gallbladder. There's one for your lungs and respiratory, one for your kidney, bladder, and adrenal glands. And then the last one is for your colon and your digestive tract. So again, those pills that you're getting are formulated just for those parts of your body. And while you're taking those, oh, so actually it says it here. So for instance, for the Formula One, so each day, my bad, each day you take a different one. So like for here it says for Formula One at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna take 5 pills for your blood and lymph nodes. At 10 o'clock, Formula Two, you're gonna take 5 pills for your cardiovascular. At 12 p.m., you're gonna take 5 pills for your liver, gallbladder, spleen. This is just something similar. This is like a similar regimen for it. So throughout pretty much out the day, you're taking all the pills, but a certain amount of pills for that day. And then they give you also some activated charcoal, which you put in a glass and you drink that before you go to bed at night because that helps flush everything out. So when you get up in the morning, immediately you go into the bathroom, that shit comes out. But again, this is all with a healthy diet. So you can't have no sugars, you can't have no dairy products, you can't have no meat, no fish, and no poultry. So pretty much you're eating exactly. So in order to for this cleanse to work effectively, we recommend all raw food, an all raw food diet. This is because raw foods don't lose nutrients through cooking or heating. So raw foods, examples of raw foods are, well, let me finish reading. Uh, Most raw foods are alkaline in nature, which aids in helping in your body's pH balance. No food that is cooked above 115 degrees is considered a raw food. So none of these are included in the raw food. A raw food diet solely consists of raw vegetables and juice, fruits and juice, legumes, sea plants, raw nuts, raw paste and seeds, raw herbs and plants. So
Wait,
pretty much, like I said, it's like a vegan fucking diet for 20 days.
like you just sat there and said nothing cooked over 150 degrees.
It's considered raw.
Like everything I cook is over 150 degrees.
That's why that's none. That's raw. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty much an all raw diet.
Damn.
Stop. Stop.
Damn, nothing over 150 degrees. Like shit, then I might as well not turn on the oven or the stove.
Stop. Yeah, it's pretty much a vegan diet for 20 days. Fucking nothing but vegetables, fruits. Fucking beans, legumes, sea plants, raw nuts, raw paste, seeds, raw herbs, and plant oils. A raw food diet is by its very nature vegan, so that means no animal products whatsoever. None at all. Now, when I did a cleanse before last year, it was similar to this, but I only had fish and turkey. Some of the turkey, I didn't have turkey often, but actually I didn't even have turkey. I'm lying. I fucking had fish. All I had was salmon. I had tuna. I had um not catfish, halibut or halibut and haddock, some shit. But all I with all this raw stuff. And yo, I felt good. Like within the 20 days, I lost a lot of weight. Like that morning, I would fucking make a juice, which consisted of carrots, celery, apple, um, ginger, sea moss, and green powder.
I'm saying though, can I get my CMOS though? I'm
Yo,
trying.
the chick that I was supposed to get it from in my job, she's like, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. She bullshitted, and I don't work there no more. So
All right, cool. All right, I'll
but
reach
I
out.
got you. I'm gonna try to find another. But that's why I sent you those things. But you say you're not trying to take that shit.
So I'm not trying to take the gummies, but I seen the other pills in there, so I'll give the pills a
Yeah,
try. But the gummies, I'm not.
those are cool. But sea moss is if you actually take the actual moss, like the actual shit. That's when it's better for. But I'm gonna fuck with this. I'm gonna try to do the best I can to do this. It's gonna be hard not eating meat because I'm a meat eater, but I can do it. Like all the other shit, the sugars and I don't ever drink soda, but it's the sugars, the juices, and you know the bread, like that shit. But I
It's
can
definitely
do it.
gonna be hard. I mean, but damn, they said nothing cooked over 150 degrees. Like even if I could sit there and say I could still have fish, I will understand. But y'all saying nothing cooked over 150 degrees, like that's no.
I mean, it's saying that in order to be truly effective, like you could probably do the cleanse with just fish. I mean, you don't want to eat raw fish, but you could probably do this if you're gonna do fish. You could do it with fish and then all the other shit, because that's probably what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know if I can be totally vegan. I could probably try it and then fucking I'll be angry for the next 4 or 5 days. But you know,
Like I said, what's wrong with Birfmark? He hangry, son.
yeah.
He
I
hungry,
mean,
angry.
but nah. When I was doing it, yo, I had nothing but salads. Like it was great. Like I made salmon, then I cut it up and put it in my salad. It was awesome, bro. It was so cool. It like I said, I felt good. I felt good. But let me tell you what a one of the meals is real quick. So let's see. It says for breakfast, the ideal time to eat will be between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the morning, right? They recommend. All right, it says we recommend drinking only two kinds of water, distilled and alkaline, which is good because I drink distilled anyway. Distilled water is ideal water to drink for at least the first 5 days of the cleanse because distilled water is said to have a pulling effect on inorganic materials and heavy metals. Alkaline is an energy. It can be the best water to drink because it helps the tissues and the cells fight off the toxins. After drinking the water, the ideal breakfast consists of a fresh fruit juice, which you make yourself. That's why you got the juicer. Um, the only foods you should consume for breakfast are fruit juice, fruit smoothies, whole fruit. Fruit smoothies make an excellent breakfast. You can add wheatgrass to your fruit, oat grass, which I've never had. I don't know what the fuck oat grass is. Goji berries, which are really good. I've had those before. For more nutrients. And that's for breakfast. Lunch between 11 and 2. The ideal brunch that they have here, you can make a vegetable juice cocktail, with your your raw vegetables, which is like parsley, spinach, celery, tomatoes, carrots, bell peppers, beets. I don't really like beets. I don't know. Some people love that shit. I don't think I could do beets really. I don't know. Um, or you can make a salad using romaine lettuce instead of regular iceberg lettuce because romaine lettuce is more nutrition and more has more nutrition value, which is true. I don't eat romaine. I mean, I don't eat romaine. I mean, I don't eat iceberg lettuce at all. Yeah, I've stopped that. You can add vegetables, cabbage, radishes, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, which I just started eating. And if you season those joints correctly, slamming. You ever had Brussels sprouts, bro?
Those are like the baby cabbages, right?
Yeah, they like this big.
Yeah, those baby cabbages. Yeah, I love Brussels sprouts.
Them joints is good. Kale, cauliflower, arugula, bok choy. I never had that, but somebody told me bok choy is good.
I'm not a fan of cauliflower. I don't like the white broccoli.
Why? It tastes the same way.
I don't know, it's just weird to me, yo.
Why? Because it's white. Racist.
Yo.
You can make your own salad dressing with olive oil, lemon juice, sea salt. Do you use sea salt or use regular salt?
I got sea salt.
Yeah, don't use
When
regular
I
salt.
use salt, I use sea salt, but I
Yeah,
barely
sea
use
salt is
salt.
healthier for you. But that's like a lunch. Then it says a snack. Some raw nuts. Almonds, pistachios, walnuts, cashews. Don't use peanuts because they're too hard on your digestive system. Um, Sunflowers, and then you can use the undried fruit like figs and dates. You ever had dates?
Never had a date, but I love me some fig Newton, Joe.
Yeah, but you can't eat the fig Newtons because of the fucking
The
that's
Newton
whatever
part.
covering. Yeah, the Newton part, whatever was correct covering it.
Yeah, man, I used to love me some fig Newtons too.
And then the ideal dinner between 5 and 7 could be what does it say here? Whereas the whatever dinner it should actually be better to make lunch your it should say lunch should be the biggest meal and your dinner should be your light meal, which I don't see why, but the
You
ideal.
know, that's what they. I mean, that's what. I mean, that's what most doctors told me. Like you eat like a king for breakfast and you eat like a pauper for dinner. Because during the day, your body get to break down the bigger meal.
Hmm.
And while you sleep, if you have that light dinner, then your body can break that down easier than a heavy ass dinner. So I get
But
it.
it's saying make your lunch the biggest meal.
Because if you ain't got nothing but damn juicing for breakfast, you gonna be hungry. You need an
Well,
anchor
yeah.
meal.
Let me see. It says for your dinner, the ideal dinner will be drawn from the lunch selections with the eye to density and portion size. So pretty much your dinner is gonna be similar to what you have for lunch, but smaller. Remember to drink a lot of water during your cleanse, at least eight glasses a day. Well, yeah. Well, I knew this anyway. It says you're supposed to drink half your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you're supposed to bring 75 gallons. I mean, uh 75 ounces of water. So whatever your body weight is, you're supposed to drink half the amount of water, which is true because
Or
I do
have
that.
that in ounces. Okay, shit.
Yeah, I do that anyway because I weigh 240. So I drink a gallon of water a day, which is a little bit over than my half of my body
Yeah,
weight,
that
but
would
that's
that would be about my that's about my limit. Drink a gallon a day.
yeah, I drink a gallon a day, which is great. It says if you need the sugar, if you craving the sugar, you can get some pure maple syrup or some agave nectar or stevia leaf. And I used stevia before. It's not bad, you know. It's okay. But I mean, this shit is pretty cool. There's a sample menu here, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna do it though, and when y'all gonna see me in 20 days, y'all gonna be like, yo, you look like a crackhead. But then it tells you too. Also for the cleanse, you gotta do some sea salt soaks. You gotta clean your skin. You gotta do some foot baths, some hydrotherapy shower. Also yeah, because it's not just your eating habits, but your body. You gotta cleanse your body too. So it's giving you certain things that you should do. It gives you breathing exercises, so you can start doing some yoga. Chinese breath exercises, physical exercise during your cleanse. It tells you what type of stretches to do. This is pretty dope, bro. So it's gonna happen. Then today I went to the store. My neighbor that lives upstairs, I saw him yesterday when I was coming from walking the dog. So he was telling me, him and his lady, it was their anniversary yesterday, but we was talking, and he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, bro, you still doing the juice?" And I was like, "I stopped for a little bit, but I'm about to get back into it." He was like, "Oh, okay, cause I be blending, but I know the juicing is better." And then we was talking, we was just yapping it up, and then he told me how now I have a bike. I bought a bike last year. So like last summer I was riding my bike a lot. So he bought a bike now too. And then he was telling me how now he goes after work, he goes to play tennis. I was like, word? I want to play. So fucking today I go to Target and I buy me a tennis racket. I'm really trying to do this shit. Like it's not a game. So I texted him today. I was like, yo, bro, I just got my racket. Let's go. He was like, today's my off day, but we definitely go tomorrow. I said, say no more. That's it. It is what it is. Like I'm home now, so it's like okay, I can fucking get this shit done. There's no excuse, and I got a gym membership, so it's no excuse why shit ain't gonna happen and be popping off. You know?
I just bought me a stepper so I can start watching the YouTube videos on the TV and start getting my step on.
What one of the
Like,
step things?
yeah. So between that and my resistance bands, I gotta get popping because I had a whole game plan on what I was gonna do after I came back from my mom's house. Cause like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then like 2 days later, hey, Hunter, guess you gotta stay with Daddy for a little while.
But
Like, so they just rewrote my whole program. I'm like,
you can
okay.
still do it while the nigga sleep. Shit.
Before I was gonna go to the gym and do all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. I got you.
Like I bought the restraint. I mean the resistance bands and the stepper because I want to do more stuff in the house. Because I'm like I don't see me going back to the gym no time soon. You
And
know.
go get a kettlebell.
Okay, that'll be my next. Maybe I
They
put
have them
the.
at Five Below. You got a Five Below by you?
No, I don't think I do.
I think there's one on. I think there's one on 25th now. Yeah, it's on 25th by Saint Nick. Hold on. Five Below, Harlem. It's on. Wait. You live. Wait, it's close to you, nigga. It says it's on. Hold on. Oh no, that's downtown. Why I said Harlem and this shit put me downtown? But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish talking, bro.
No, I'm just saying I just gotta find stuff to do in house. Like I found the YouTube videos. So you know how I got my computer hooked up to my TV screen. Yeah, so now I got my computer hooked up to my TV screen. I'm just gonna be watching YouTube videos, doing my cardio and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you. I hear you.
I mean, I got to use what I got, you know.
That's true indeed, bro. Now these is Midtown. They got two Five Belows in Midtown. They got one on 48th Street, and then they got one on Fifth Avenue in Times Square.
They got nothing low, man, because I work in Fort Worth Trade.
Nah, I was looking just now. Hold
Uh,
on.
I know there's one across the bridge on Fulton Street.
Where downtown Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, there's one downtown
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
yeah. Yep, right here. Yep. Yeah, it's on Atlantic Avenue. But yeah, nothing downtown. There's two Midtown, one on 48th Street, one on Times Square, and then there's one uptown on 230th Street and Broadway. And then the rest of them are in Brooklyn. Wait, what's this Cooper Avenue? Oh, that's Queens. Or you can order it online, then they deliver it to you. It's only
Yeah,
$5.
that's what I did with the stepper. Just order online, send it to me. But that's what my goal is.
But the weather's nice. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? No, Monday on my day off. I was in the Bronx. Me and the dog, we went to Orchard Beach. We walked the whole fucking beach back and forth. That was 5 miles. Fuck it, why not? Then yesterday, when I got home from work yesterday was what, Tuesday? Yeah. Yesterday, I walked him downtown, you know, that which was like another 2.5 miles, 3 miles. Like, that's it. Like, get my walking back. It's getting nice, so it's gonna be fucking 90 degrees on Saturday. 95 degrees, huh?
Yo, I heard, dude. I gotta find a special screwdriver so I can take these bars out the window and put my
That's
AC
it.
up.
The ACM?
Yeah, if not, I'm just gonna have to use the little portable one I got, the windowless one,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and I'll just switch it from room to room as we need it.
But that shit, how many BTUs is it? It'd probably cool up the whole house.
Not the. I gotta see. I gotta see, but I know back in the old crib, I used to keep the windowless one in my room, and then keep the one in the living room. But
Yeah,
at
because
some
that
point,
crib was bigger. That shit was a three-bedroom, so you needed something to cool up the whole house. But this one,
yeah,
that should kill up. Yeah, if you got your windows closed, that should keep the whole joint cool.
I don't think it's gonna keep the whole joint cool, but it's gonna keep enough of it cool because the space that I'm working with, it'll have a lasting effect. But I'm trying to get the one in the window so I can really get that pumping. And then I might not even need the one in the bedroom. I just might turn on a fan if I have to.
Yeah, like I said, put that one, the windowless one, put that shit in the living room so it could blow from the living room into the rest of the house. Put the fan in the back room, so that should have all generate and that should have moved throughout the apartment.
You know, I got a Dyson, so you know how that be going.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what I'm gonna do. If I can't find a way to get that ball off, the windowless one is gonna come into the living room so we can be cool for the weekend.
We'll just call housing real quick. You think how quick do you think they're gonna come?
Nah, my thing is, if I call them now,
Oh,
they ain't
you
gonna
got
show
you
up.
think it
You
ain't gonna come
know,
up?
they might not show up till Monday, and then I gotta take a whole nother day off from work because they're not coming when I'm home. They're gonna be coming 9 to 5 because that's not an emergency. You know,
I got you. I got you.
so I figure it out. I mean, it is what it is. We'll be cool. I was like, damn, I just left. I just left some hot ass weather.
It
You
was
know,
dry heat down there, right?
yeah, it was dry heat. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, this shit's gonna be crazy on Saturday.
Yeah.
I gotta work half a day,
Oh, all right. You still out
so
there, buddy?
I'm gonna take some shorts with me though, because as soon as I get out of work,
You
put my fucking
changing?
shorts on. Hell yeah.
I gotta figure. Wow, damn. Do I got shorts to wear? Nope. I gotta go to the laundromat. I gotta go wash my shorts. All the shorts I took with me.
Wait, where the fuck is my shorts? Why did I set it? I'm thinking, where the fuck are I? I don't know. I'm bugging out right now.
It's alright. It's cool. It's alright. But yo, I'm still a little jet lagged.
Yes, sir.
So
It is what it
I'm.
is.
Yeah, we're gonna
Look,
close it up early. We're gonna close up shop early tonight. Next week we be with the shenanigans.
world, have a good night. Peace out.
Yo, don't take candy from strangers. Look both ways before you cross the street. And next week
Wait,
we
what
want
if I what
huh?
if I like the candy that the strangers is giving me?
See, this is why we don't let you go nowhere by yourself. You gonna fall for that shit, really?
Trust me, I'm gonna fall for it. Just like they gonna fall for that shit too.
That sounds weird. That's right though, but he gonna have his knife with the jerking hand. He
You
said,
know
"Don't make me
better.
poke you. I will poke you."
Them niggas know better.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, bro.
All right, bro.
What's
Y'all
going
have a
on?
good night, bro. Have a good night.
All right.